Hi there friends, and welcome to episode 30 of my Sea Ice Challenge series. I'm Icon, and I'm very pleased to see that we actually made it this far. Last few episodes we finally acquired new materials. The area here looks a little bit motley, but beyond that we are now quite powerful. It's still winter upon us, so I have to juggle around with the hypothermia problematics. Ironhead is well, he's getting past the plague he had. We had a bit of a turret explosion here. That's why folks are repairing here. Sadly, wall repairs take quite a long time, and it's pretty important to manually configure them so they don't go into too severe hypothermia. With minus 91 degree outside, I find it quite hard to find ways to actually survive that cold in a longer time frame. Not even sure if this is that easily possible. Now then. Yeah, I had to carpet this. Such things are driving me nuts. So we're gonna survive another winter, and beyond that I plan on going for the preparations to acquire an AI core. I'll need way more materials than just the AI core. I discovered lately that my plasteel storage is not full enough to maintain to provide enough materials for the spaceship. Then I have to think about where will I put up the spaceship. So a desperate refugee named Fugly. Yeah. Thing is, we're by now at the point where I'm actually feeling able to sustain people. Oh, look at that. There is plasteel after all. So if this guy is going to try and trader on me, he won't be able to do too much damage with just a knife against two people with assault rifles. And maybe he's going to be grateful for us. And grateful refugees tend to leave cool items for your colony, so could be good for us. Could be definitely good for us. Sadly, as usual, there's not too much work here to be done. But luckily, Bishop and Ironhead are by now really proficient with plants. Ironhead is boasting with a plants level of 7 by now. Bishop is at 10, but Bishop is doing this for a long time now. Alright, so Fugly will want to stay for 17 days. We got more than enough resources to accommodate him. That's why I was totally okay with that idea. And like I said, sometimes these guys have really tasty rewards afterwards. Or offer to stay within your colony, or yeah. Now, what's your trait, son? Psycho. Alright, the Psycho boy is in town. That's really good. Let's whip up a new butcher job for exclusively Fugly. And that's going to be something I will manage manually. Okay, nice. So this enables me to just go industrial with that. Well, maybe not like that. I need to configure it a little bit more thoroughly, but the good thing about... Oh, seriously? Seriously? They got nothing to do, I tells ya. Oh, I forgot to assign him to cooking. There we go. This would be in itself a good reason to keep this guy, honestly. Because the good news is there's no stacking debuff for Ironhead and Bishop. And for Fugly, there is no debuff whatsoever, so it's a really good situation to have a psychopath at last. Actually considering keeping that guy. A psychic drone, well. And as we see here, there's only one debuff that's longer lasting, but that's not really a big issue for us. It provides me a lot of leather to work with, a lot of food to work with, and that's exactly what we need at this point. Very happy about this newcomer here. Okay, so this way we're going to dig through our stockpiles here. And let's see, I don't want to go that heavily into clothes production one more time, but then again, the clothes were really powerful once we got there, you know. It's difficult for me to decide on that. For now, I'll just let Fugly help as much as possible. It's a little bit micro heavy to wait until somebody else is digging out the corpse and then drafting them, and you know, but could be worse. Could be definitely worse. All right. This is really good for us. Just waiting for the next attack though. So Fugly is not exactly the best shot. I will only allow him to pick up a gun if we're being attacked. So we're going to make some parkas though. Because our friend Fugly is a little bit bad insulated. No, Bishop, you're not doing that anymore. Not when we got that wonderful, helpful psycho here in our midst. Very good. Just haven't decided yet if I try to turn these human meats into packaged survival meals or into chem fuel. Chem fuel is the easier way, but also I don't get that much return. So no, I'm not going to mess around with people with guns if I can avoid that. It's just a simple rule of thumb for me. In this environment, if I can avoid a fight like that, I always will. Alright, there we go. The big harvest is upon us. So let's see, how much yield was that? 336 we got now. Okay. Just want to check out how much surplus production we actually have with 3 people now and that amount of hydroponics. Alright, there we go. Almost 10 corpses processed just in that short time. In 3 days. All right. Now, Ironhead is also crafting cloth items, which is exactly what it was after, honestly. Because we can sell so many things, why shouldn't we? Also, I want a new signal beacon in there. Alright, that's one of the most exciting winters so far. Because there's actually something to do. I guess this whole run would have been a lot easier if I only would have had a cannibal or a psychopath to begin with. Alrighty. But this is working out really good for us. I mean, the only thing I'm really a little bit bothered about is that Fugly's cooking skill is that low that he's yielding quite low returns from his work. But, you know, that's not the worst thing on earth. Considering that we already would be all mental if that would have been done by our folks themselves. I'm taking that downgrade. Meanwhile, we're creating some new clothing. I just hope that Fugly will be just wearing a cloth parka. There we go. Yeah, minus 45. That's better. Inspired taming. Wow, that's so valuable out here. If I only would meet a Thrumbo now. Alright. So probably with the next harvest I'll be starting to process some of that meat into packaged survival meals. Because I'm not sure, but somehow I believe that the survival meals are worth more. But hard to tell. Oh, cargo pods. Chocolate. Okay. Nice. Also a tad bit dangerous, but... Yo, Ironhead, no. This is for psychos only. Alright, we researched a uranium slug turd. Nice. Not that I really need that stuff, but... Pulse-charged ammunitions. Yeah, well, why not? Okay, next harvest is happening. Just wanted that parka on Fugly because if we have to fight, it would be really bothering me if he would be not insulated well enough to withstand a single fight, you know? That would be really, really horrible for me. Okay. Please finish your work, man. Don't like that uneven growth. There's already a lot happening, 36%. Anywho, you know what? We're going to do something here anyways. Ooh, Bishop is that in such a bad mood? Okay. I wonder why. Well, the cold weather must be bothering him a lot. Felix's Forsaken Drifters. Well, I won't be taking in so many people, chocolate or not. Food binge, Ironhead. Okay. Just noticed that there was an unfinished component that was in the making by Julian. It's probably not gonna happen that quick again. Well, I'll let Ironhead binge on the food. Because, you know, food is our least problem right now. Most surprisingly, but actually it is. So we're gonna reduce the parka bill down to 1 and get back to the prestige ropes. They were yielding quite good results back then. Very good, very good. So we're power-mongering through the winter now. Fugly is a insanely powerful asset for the colony. Meanwhile, we're losing parts of our food stocks to Ironhead, but The good news about this, it is a 3-day catharsis, which I bought for some food. And since I just had a large stockpile of chocolate falling from the sky, I don't mind whatsoever, you know. We got so much extra food out of that event. It's totally fine for me. Speaking about totally fine, it would be totally fine if we start hauling these chunks. Let's see. These poor guys are rotting slowly. Wasn't there some steel somewhere in the water? Yes. Okay. Since Fugly now has a proper insulation item, I don't mind him hauling anymore. I just want to monitor these actions a bit, but yeah, they're fine. It's just like steel slag is that important and strong for our survival. Alright, did we finish that parka? Yes, we did. Good. Really curious to see what kind of trader will happen next, but for now I want to dig out all these corpses. Let's do some more chem fuels. And there's the mech hive attacking. Alrighty, so I think I still got a charged rifle equipped here. No, Ironhead. You're not the one. So while we're at it, alright, Fugly might not be a good shot in general, but he's still the best shot I got. Alright, but with those defenses I put up in between, fighting is a lot less dangerous compared to way back when. So I need to change my barricades here. We're a little bit too far behind to actually... It has to be here. Like that. Because I want to be able to shoot back with charged rifles, because charged ammunitions are exactly available for this kind of encounter. And it's a shame if my weapons here are not hitting because the sandbags are just sitting on a wrong spot. Alright, but that only means we finally got something to do again with our building potential. It's not like we're bad at building or something like that. So turrets will wander a little bit more up front because I definitely want to be outside the explosion radius if something blows up on me. But under these circumstances, these attacks grow less and less scary, and I'm quite happy about that. Alright. We're going super productive today. Like that. Really, really like that. Major break risk on Fugly. How so? I see. That's why. Yeah, hypothermia is still an issue, but the winter is almost over, so we're in a good way. Alright, we're getting there. I got really, really high amounts of leather here. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, Fugly needs to re-equip the knife. You know, it's a code of conduct thing that I don't allow people like Fugly to have heavy weapons. He's not one of us yet, so I'm really scared if somebody would go treason on me and then have a assault rifle. Or I just forget the day he's leaving us and he just takes that away as a parting gift. Also not too cool. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely on our way of going industrial here. Wind is a little bit bad though. Please? Okay. Batteries are charging again. We almost have hauled all the slag chunks inside. Wonderful. With some luck across the years, I should be able to just build my spaceship out of the plasteel of plundered mechanoids. But talking about spaceships, so I think this will be this will suffice. I want an enclosed area for where we're going to build the spaceship. Very important for me. Also, did I already allow this room for mortar shells? I want some mortars and shells just in case that these freaks will one day start sieging me. You never know. But when they do, I want to be ready. Well. Oh, I can't put it down there. I made this passage here too narrow. I don't want to cram in a mortar there. Or, well, wait. I could put the mortar up there. Yeah, that'll be okay. I mean, this will need, again, new doors, but, well... Materials are meant to be used, aren't they? Speaking about which... Let's turn off the tables we don't need every day. Alright. Let's do this until we have 10 shells. And spring is upon us. Nice. Fugly is on major break risk. How is the quest of his going? He's 7 more days with us. Just realized that I want to process as many graves as possible before this helpful guy is not among us anymore. Oh, he's actually on ambrosia withdrawal here with us. Yikes, didn't know that. The big building project is making folks run hypothermic a bit more, but... yeah. That's how quick it can go. No, we're not gonna. That's not really enough to even spend herbal medicine on. Okay. Oh. Let's keep going. And the potatoes should be ready soon. Nice. I want to try and open up as many graves as possible while Fugly is among us. Just because it's such a great opportunity for us to stockpile on these materials. Bishop is dazed. Yeah, that can happen. But it won't be anything killing him, I hope. Alright, let's send Ironhead to burn a few things at the smelter. Because there's just too much clothing lying around here. Major break risks happening. A transport pod crash. Well, no. Except for Spud being non-violent. I almost was saying like she's a psychopath, and then I saw that non-violent tag, and then I was, oh man, too bad. Alright, Bishop, you are inside a safe zone. Good. There's a ton of potatoes to be harvested, but I want my folks to be somewhat rested when they do. And we're going to swap over to rice production one more time. Let's see, how many potatoes were that? 460. Still wonder if it's actually any benefit or not. But as far as I remember, it was like, yeah. Due to the fact that potatoes are almost not fertility sensitive, like 40% versus 100%, it's not really worth the deal. Because a hydroponics basin has 280% fertility, which means it does buff up the growing speed of rice way more than it does buff up the speed of potatoes. So, long story short, rice grows even faster in hydroponics. And now we're going to do a forever recipe, because we're just using the potatoes as a forever option. That's why I wanted to have potatoes in the first place. Possibly should go for berries. They have a 100% fertility sensitivity too. Probably gonna work better with those. Bishop hasn't snapped out yet, sadly. We're very high on materials right now. Betrayal! Alright, buddy. Good thing that I had you working that hard, man. Almost not worth the bullets he'll cost us, but... So, let's see. I don't want anybody who's incapable of medical skills out here, so I'll just let him freeze to death. Serves him right. I think that's a... Oh, wait a sec. But give me back my... Give me back my parka, you. Give me back my parka, man. So we have to do it ourselves. It's all by ourselves again. Too bad. But you see here, Bishop is now happily cooking away these potatoes, so... Gonna try it again with berries the next time. Can't say that Fugly wasn't worth the effort, though. Sadly, the other refugee quest is already past me. But that's not really that much of an issue. Okay, we have made almost all the preparations to stage the spaceship core. So, let's see. I'm not featuring any uranium, but uranium, if I remember correctly, was available to be mined up here. But I want to wait for a little bit less harsh temperatures, or do I need to? No, we're good. We're actually quite good. I'm just considering to bring up some new clothing for Bishop. His clothing is really worn by now. Let's see, no, hypothermia ain't an issue right now, so we're good to go. I want to store uranium outside here too, though. Simply because reasons. So we're going to do the mining of these two chunks now. That extra plus steel will come in handy too. Are you kidding me? That stuff ain't ripe yet? Ah, come on. I find that hard to believe. Let me guess, it's, yeah, 95%. Something like that, I assumed. Alright, now let's start storing other materials inside here too. Like the human leather. There we go. And this way I can utilize different storage areas now. Probably gonna store all the clothing inside there too, why not? But only the non-tainted items go in there. There we go. In the long run, this will bring me so much organization back. Look at that. All the survival meals. Alright, so let's whip up a pair of pants. Exclusively cloth, please. Yeah, folks are a little bit tense right now, but there's also a load of work to do. I gave them really many work orders and, well, we're not even hauling things here right now. Let's issue some of that manually. And the next turn goes to Bishop. Although I think now that he's done with his cookery, he'll be not spending that much time anymore there. Here we go. Let's just hope he's going to wear those pants. But no, doesn't seem he wants to. Strange. Alright, but we're also working down the crafting builds here. That's good. That's very good. Alrighty, friends, so this was a quite industrious episode. And, well, while I wasn't able to process all the graves there, but we really made a nice step forward here. I also got shells now. I'm really happy with that. We are on a good spot. Like, when I remember that we almost started with nothing, and now we got this, it makes me feel good, man. So, I'm really lacking just one piece of wall here. Alright. There we go. So, alright. Speedy salvation. A prisoner being held by... well, no. Okay, friends, so drop me a comment down below. As you know, I really like to hear from you, and if there are any questions or comments, I'm always eager to answer and to listen to you. And apart from that, leave a thumbs up on that episode if you like what you saw. It really helps a ton to make it more visible to everybody. And as usual, subscriptions help my channel a lot to grow. If you like my kind of content, I do daily videos. Just slap on that notification bell and you won't miss any things in the future. Beyond that, you'll also find links in the description below for my social media things and also ways to support me financially, because, you know, I'm doing this all for free and I need your support to stay afloat, because I need such silly things like paying rent and food, but that's just things I can't avoid. Enough of that. Have a nice day, friends, and stay safe and come back soon. Bye bye.